Hello and welcome to Unblocking the Blockchain. My name is Jonathan Dunkerley, and you can call me Dunk. And today we're going to talk about how you could actually form a passive income using liquidity pools such as Raydium, which is on the Solana blockchain. So let me just show you a little bit about and jump right into what we're going to do today. So what I started doing was I am going to sort of create a case study on how you could take a smaller amount of liquidity and put it into something like Raydium or a liquidity pool and earn a passive income, because I'm all about finding ways to make passive income. My main thing is always video, but you know, this is another way that I create passive income so I could live the lifestyle that I want. So I'm just going to jump right into it. So I'm going to go. So first off, I just want to remind everybody that this is not financial advice. I'm just showing you what I'm doing, which I put my own research in, but you should do the same. So again, not financial advice, but I do a lot of my own research and figure out these things that work for me, and I'm just sharing it with you, and you could look at it and see if it works for you. Okay, so I'm at raydium.io, and I'm going to click Launch App, and this is all on the Solana blockchain, and I operate out of the Phantom wallet, and there should be a link either in the description of this video or in either in the description of this video or in you could find it in the whatever I'm saying, playlists on the channel, or search for it on the channel, but it should be in the links in the description of this. So I'm on raydium.io. I have a Solana wallet already connected. Let me actually make sure that you could see this. No, you can't. Oh, let me see if I could figure that out real quick. You'll have to figure that out in just a second. Because I need you to see the Solana wallet. Okay. So what I've done is I am going to compound. I started doing this. I'm going to show you this. This is our kind of a sheet that I started putting together. And you can see I started on the 24th, a good way to start Christmas Eve. And I started by putting in about $46.31. And I'm going to be calculating it all in USD, even though I'm contributing it in cryptocurrency. I'm just going to be doing it all in USD, in as far as like tracking it. But the coin that I'm actually trying to stack up and earn more of is this one, Gary. That's the one I really care about, because I believe that it's going to go up over time. And the reason why is because it's of this exchange that it's all part of. And this is the Gary Club swap, and it's basically Gary coin is the coin that builds the platform, and every coin that is on this platform is it's built out of the exchange coin. So as the platform grows, it's the utility of the coin. So I believe that this platform is going to attract a lot more creators, and it's already got 39 people on it, including myself. That's where Dunk Coin lives, and I wouldn't put my coin there if I didn't believe in it. Here, where's the... Yeah. So, I mean, you have all these different coins. So each one of these, it's the use case. It's the reason why I have long-term faith in Gary coin being successful, not just because, you know, if you go here, I'm on the second page right there, Dunk. That's the utility token for Dunk Media, my community. So, and you can go there, dunkmedia.club if you want to. And you could see like the long-term, this was a sell-off because somebody was actually going to contribute doing exactly what I'm talking about right now. They sold some Gary in order to balance out the liquidity to put into the liquidity pool. So what I do is I go back to this chart. So I add in, so the first day I added in about $46. The second day I added in 10 Gary. And then the third day I added in 10 Gary. And today I'm going to add in another 10 Gary. 1 second. So I'm going to add in another 10 Gary. But the Solana added, I mark how much Solana, because for when you add in the Gary, you have to add in the exact same amount in when we're doing in USD equivalent in Gary to Solana, so you have the same value on both sides. And then right now, this is giving me a little bit of rewards in Gary as well as in bags. So I'm just subtracting the price of bags. Bags isn't going to be a permanent thing on this this liquidity pool, but it's just a promotion over the last 2 months, but it's something for free. So I'm just subtracting the value from bags into, so I don't have to split the value. So what you would typically do is like any amount that you're getting profit in liquidity pool, you'd sell half, and then you could add it back into the liquidity pool and grow your liquidity. So see, I've added in more LP tokens here. And so depending on what you're trying to grow, and what I'm trying to grow is this column right here, this column right here where it says how many Gary coin I've added in, which I guess is this one right here. So now I have 152, and so I'm trying to add up that amount, which is going to give me more, and long term I want to have more of that. So by being able to earn more assets instead of just, so even if the price goes down a little bit, this number will go up, and I should have more over time because I believe in the long-term growth of this coin overall. So even long-term play, I believe that this is a good bet for me. But again, do your own advice, do your own research. It's just my personal want. I want more of this coin. You may want more USD. So, and that would be the LP value in USD would be the number that you would look at if that's what you were doing. And then I just have these numbers. So I know I have a lot of information that I put into this, but I mean, it's just going to keep everything kind of organized. And so you could see all the numbers. So we'll just go straight to this. So I don't think I could actually, I need to set this up slightly different so you could see my my Chrome pop-out menu. I got to figure out how to do that, but I don't think you can. No, you can't. So right now I'm popping out my in the Phantom wallet. I have 10 Gary in there right now, which I just put that in because I self-funded that. So I have 10 Gary and equivalent in Solana in my Phantom wallet. So why don't I just do this? I can go to SOL scan and you can just see what's in my wallet. There we go. And I'll just paste that in there. That's the wallet address that I'm doing this out of. So you can see I have 10 and change. In that change, that 3.39, those are rewards that I've gotten from funding the liquidity pool. So that's free Gary that I've gotten. So I've earned some Gary. I'm going to only round that in every time that it hits one full Gary, just for simplicity's sake. But then you see I have some free bags in there as well. And then you see the Solana right here, which is 0.2212, so there's about $2 worth, $2.50 worth in there right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to Raydium.io, and I'm in here. I'm going to go down to farms, click on farms, and so you have a couple different things. Like you could find, I'm doing Gary and Solana pair. You could find whichever one works for you. I've done my research on this. I just realized it hasn't switched back over. Now, okay, now it switches. Oh, or maybe there's a little delay. So I'm not sure if this is going to pop up right now, but I'm going to click Connect Wallet, and I'm using the Phantom wallet. I'm going to click and connect my wallet. So now my wallet is connected. Again, I'm using Phantom. Make sure that you have the Gary and Solana, and what you'll need to do is have an equal amount. So maybe if you have Solana and you're going to buy Gary, take half that Solana and sell it or swap it out for Gary, or the other way, if you have Gary, swipe it out for Solana. So now you can go to these ones. These are the Raydium farms, which they all are paired with Raydium, like USDC, things like that. And they'll give different things. A lot of these, see, they'll give you Ray, which is the exchange token, which is kind of the same purpose as the reason why I have faith in Gary long term. Same reason that people would have faith in Ray, because there's a big utility, which is this whole platform. And Gary is building Gary coin. It's building a whole entire use case with Social Connector, which if you don't have a Social Connector account, there's a link in the description for Social Connector, and you can go ahead and grab that account down below. And then that's one thing. So one purpose of that is then you can go and do things like engage in social media like Twitter or Discords or what else? They're adding in Instagram, email. There's already email marketing. There's going to be some YouTube integrations that they're working on. So point is that all these different ways that you can get people to engage. So you can just go and engage in the Gary, like the actual Gary posts from Gary Club, or you can go and engage in anybody else that's on the exchange that's using the platform, and then you're going to be able to claim and earn tokens, and then you could potentially take them into this liquidity pool and earn more tokens. So it's kind of like you don't have, you could earn, you could basically engage to earn your way into actually having your capital that you could do. So you could technically start with nothing, is I guess my point. And that's the use case. That's part of the use case of the reason why I have faith in the coin long term. But you could earn those. Those are Raydium, and then there's fusion ones, which is basically fusing two different types of pools together. But then the one that I'm looking at is ecosystem, and the one that I put into is Gary right here, Gary Solana. And since I mean, it's not a whole lot, but since yesterday when I did this, which it's been about 24 hours, then I took, so I've earned 0.248758, 6625 Gary, and then a little bit of bags. And again, bags is just a bonus. It's not permanent. See, you can see right here, the little pop-up. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see if you can see it better right there. So a little pop-up shows that there's a period between up until the end of the year, 12/31, that they're giving out bags, and then Gary, the current period, is giving out between up until 1/5, and then there's actually going to be a larger percentage that's going to be added into this pool, meaning that this number should actually go up and this could fluctuate depending on what the people that are backing or that started the liquidity pool decide to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add liquidity into the liquidity pool. So I just want you to make a note of these numbers right here. So the numbers that are pending, these numbers. So when I add liquidity, it's going to add liquidity, and then it's going to give me something called an LP token, liquidity pool token. And what that does is, see, I have 195 here and change of LP tokens. And what that means is that when I end up deciding to add, like pull back out, I get that same amount of shares. So that's what impermanent loss is what that applies to. So I'm just going to hit add liquidity. And remember I said that I wanted to add in 10 Gary. I'm not going to worry about the amount that I've claimed from the liquidity pool until it hits a full Gary. So I'm just going to do 10 Gary. So right now that's about $1.70 in Gary, and then it's going to match that as $1.70 in Solana. So then I'm going to hit confirm, and now make sure that you've read their liquidity guide and done all your research, know what it is, and then I'm going to hit add liquidity. And I'm not sure if you're not going to get the pop-ups. I need to figure out how to do this so you can see the pop-ups. So there's a pop-up for the Phantom wallet that just popped up, and on my screen, I'll get it to work on the next one that I do. It's showing that I'm sending 0.1538 to Solana and sending 10 Gary, and that's going to give me 12.91932 of unknown, which is their liquidity token, a liquidity pool token. And then there's a small gas fee, and I'm going to hit approve. And I'll bring up the SOL scan so you can see it. Coming up. It's just taking a minute to load. Okay, so now it's successful. It's confirming 23 confirmations, and you can see I sent 10 and as well as the Solana, and then I'm going to get these tokens back. And now if I look in my wallet, which again, I apologize that I can't get that to pop up. It shows the unknown. But now I'm going to go back to Raydium, and I'm going to go back to farms. So the left column, I'm going to click farms, and I'm going to go back to ecosystem. And then if Gary's at the top, you could expand it. And now instead of it saying add liquidity, it says stake. And what I could do is I'm going to hit stake, and you're going to get a pop-up that says Gary Solana, and I'm going to hit max. I'm going to make sure that you guys can see the whole pop-up. Not sure if you can or not. Double check. And it's saying that I'm putting in $3.41. $3.41. So that's the amount that I'm kind of going off of when I'm marking it on my chart of how much I'm contributing. So $3.41. Oh, that's $3.41. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to stake the LP. And again, I got a pop-up as well. And now what it's saying, I'm going to receive 0.12476 bags, and I'm going to receive 0.24953 Gary, and I'm going to send 12.91932 of unknown, which is our LP token. And I'm going to hit approve. There's a small gas fee. I'm going to hit approve. And I'll bring up that transaction so you could see it on the blockchain. All right, you should be able to see it now. Let me zoom in. So we've sent the LP token, and we have received a certain amount of Gary, and then we have received a certain amount of bags. And remember, these are just the extra rewards. So you're going to get trading fees, and then because you staked your LP, now you're going to get an additional amount of rewards that are based off of what the provider, the person that's doing. In this case, it's Gary and bags. So now I can go back to this pool, and you can see it's zeroed out. It's zeroed out the amount of Gary that I have, and it's zeroed out the amount of bags because I've claimed them now. And if I wanted to add liquidity, and before it was about, I think it was like 190 something, and now it's 208. So let's just copy this. This is our new amount of LP that we have. And now I could just keep on going over to my chart. So I just added this. Oops. So I'm going to add this LP. There's my new amount of LP that I have for this pool. Then let's see, I'm just going to add in these numbers real quick. So the amount of Solana that I contributed, I'm going to punch that in as well. And if you do want to follow along with what I'm doing, I know it's kind of hard to see this on the screen. Just go into dunkmedia.club. If you hold at least one Dunk coin and have a connected social connector account, I'll make sure that you have access to a channel that has a link to this, so you could follow along, and just maybe studying what I'm doing could help you make the right decisions and just see what I'm doing. And cool. So yeah, I'll make sure that that's set up. Just you can go to dunkmedia.club and just make sure you have a social connector account with your Discord connected. Let me see. Okay. There we go. So now I can go and get all these little bits of information. The amount of LP value right now. Copy that in. And I just want to do this just to, have it going. And then, like this one right here, I have my 341 plus 5294. Simple math. $341 plus what? Plus what? 341. I never said I was great at math. So plus 5294. So it's 5635. So if you were to look at this right here, just these two numbers, 5635, and the total LP value is currently 5491, you could say, oh man, you've already lost like almost like $1.50 already. So you're losing. But the thing is, I haven't actually lost $1.50 yet, because I have gained an additional Gary, because you see the Gary in the bags, that's additional assets gained. So I've gained additional assets. And over the long term, I know that there's market trends. Things go up and down, up and down. So now I add 10 here. I know this is 162.24. 24, not 34. And then I can go to this page that I copied the Gary. Gary added. I've actually already copied that. So the SOL added that I did. I can say how much SOL I added. I'll just do this on my computer's calculator. It's easier than the website one. So the SOL that I just added, plus the SOL from yesterday, so that's the amount of SOL that I've added now. So Yep, so it's just a little bit more, but then if I take the value of the bags that I just that I just claimed, so I can just say like, okay, here's the free Gary that I got. I know you don't have to track all the things that I'm tracking. I'm just doing it because I want to. But you don't have to go as deep into it as I am, So then bags. So I'm just copying that, and then one other thing that I like to track, and I'll show you what I'm. Again, bags aren't going to be there forever, but I could just take bags, go to the swap, go to bags, which is this coin, and then I could see how in Solana how much Solana I would get for that amount of bags, and this is just for my personal. Oops, other way around. I know it's insufficient funds, but because it's not enough. So that's how much Solana I would get for that amount of free bags that I just got for free. So I could just punch that in here. Solana value in bags, and then if I wanted to, I could just take the total and go to calculator and just take that total, punch it in, and subtract the Solana value in bags because that's free. Now, I'm trying to make sure that I could see exactly how much this has costed me. So if I'm getting free Solana, I don't want to be saying that I'm not counting that as not actually getting it. So there we go. And wait, the Solana value in bags. Oops. Let me finish what I'm doing. Copy. Oops. So it's this number minus this number. Bear with me, sorry. Okay, so there, and then the last but not least, I think I got everything filled in except for the amount of LP tokens that I added. So now I just got everything filled in. Okay, I think I got everything. Okay, so yeah, now I have the amount that I added in was $3.41. That's half in Gary, half in Solana. That brings me up to actually contributing a total of $56.35, and that was $10 in 10 Gary that I added in, as well as 0.15382802 Solana, and then I subtracted the amount that I got for free, so you could see how much I'm actually getting for free. So it's not actually costing me in my actual totals. So yeah, I mean, this is just a way that I'm compounding. So the idea is like now, what I'm going after is this. So if you go back to the wallet, so okay, so I'm gonna go and grab this wallet again. I'm just gonna bring it to a new one. Going to SolScan. And I'm going to look at that same wallet that I just did this. This is the same wallet that I'm doing with my Raydium. So now I obviously have less Garys, but if you see the amount of... Ooh, I was trying to open up. So... There we go. Okay, we're good. All right. It's acting weird. Okay. So you see I have less Gary, so I'll zoom in here. So you see I have 0.646350261 Gary. So yeah, that's, I mean, at the current price, that's what, like 10 cents maybe? Yeah, it's right here. It's 10 cents. It says so right there, about 10 cents. But that's 10 cents that I got for free that I haven't had to pay for. And the idea is that I believe because of this exchange and the structure of the way that this exchange works, that long term, I have faith that the coin that powers this exchange is going to perform long term. That's my belief. I mean, that's stuff out of my research, the things that I've looked into, that's what I believe. I believe this coin is going to last, is going to go far. And that's part of why I have Dunk Coin on the same platform. I wouldn't have put my utility token on this platform if I didn't believe in it. So whichever one. Now I'm just using this as an example. If you're involved in some project that has, utility token similar to this, and you believe in it, and that's kind of half the battle. Finding a project that you actually believe in, something that's going to exist long term, that's going to be there down the road, and it's going to outlast all the turbulence, because you want something that has a use case. And if it doesn't have a use case, it ends up just being some sort of blind investment, and that's not what this is about. It's about having faith in a business over just some sort of project. And if you think of it more like a use case for a business, then it's going to. But if you see, like right here, I'm already accumulating more, but now I have more LP, so that means I have a larger percentage of the pool. So I'm going to be continue doing this every single day and doing this same sort of compounding. I'm adding in extra right now. Obviously, I'm not getting the full amount, those 10 Gary that I contributed. I'm not getting that every single day right now, but I'm just going to keep on adding in a little bit. And if you think about it this way, $3 is what I added in. It's a cup of coffee. You can go and skip your Starbucks for the day, and you could contribute to something like this, whether it's Gary Coin and Solana, whether it's whatever project you're looking at. You can go and contribute something small, and before you know it, you're going to have a good portion of it. But again, you got to do your own research. The reason why this is at this percentage is because they're trying to grow the project. You can't just, like, this one may say 328%, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work long term or that it's actually a good project. Like for instance, this one has $41,000 in liquidity in it, but it's a huge percentage. And that if everybody starts selling this ARB, for instance, for USDC, then maybe your position in the pool might be completely lost. And that's kind of what they show, how you could lose money in these pools. So it's again, there is a risk, but if you have faith in things, like people might tether it to I believe in Solana long term, so I'm fine with the Solana Gary pairing because I believe in both projects. And I believe that both long term are going to go up in value. And then I'm going to collect more and more Gary long term, which will mean that I'll have a stronger position in that ecosystem. So you could do this with any of these types of pairs. But again, if you want, I'm going to set up a role in my Discord. If you want to have access to this sheet, and maybe I'll tweak it and make it a little more clear. And I'm just trying to make it all pretty and clear, and just follow all the information. But some days I might do more. And just so you know, like even these amounts, I'm not necessarily taking this from my bank account. Some of these things, for instance, with the coin on the platform, I get some free coin. I really like generating and earning coin versus just waiting for prices to go up. And that's part of the reason why I like things like this Raydium pool, because if I could take this coin and collect more of it, even if the price, we're in a bear market right now, and even if the price did go down a little bit, the extra coin is going to make, either keep me level, basically stabilize my coin, and I get more coins, so I have more assets, which then eventually again, this is my belief, I believe that the price is going to go back up down the road, and that's going to mean that things like this price is going to go through, that this price, when it reverses, is going to actually increase much more because I'll have a much larger position in the coin. So yeah, again, if you want, I'll also, if you jump into the Discord, I'll show you other ways that you could earn some of this coin. There's kind of different ways you could either go engage in social media. You can go to public events. You can be one of the coins that's on the platform. That's how they earn coin. This liquidity pool is one way that you could earn coin. They have a NFT that they have that if you hold it, you get a certain amount of coin every single day. There is another coin that is on the platform. If you hold at least 500 of them, then you get a percentage of that pool. So it's just all these different ways that you can collect the coin, and some of them you don't even have to, like the engaging on social media, and then you can come in and fund liquidity pool or sell them if you really want. But personally, I believe in this long term. I feel like this is going to be something that's going to to me, this is how I'm going to be building a lot of wealth, like in the future, doing things like DeFi and liquidity pools and supporting projects like this. So, yeah, I hope that this was helpful for some of you, and that you could see how just putting a little tiny bit in every single day could actually grow to a very large amount of money contributed, especially with compound interest. You're compounding these, and then you could potentially take all of your risk off the table. But again, everything with investing or putting any money in is a risk, so make sure you're doing your own research. And jump into the Discord and let me know. Let me know what you thought about this video and if it was helpful. And if you need to get your first Dunk coin so you can get access to the that Google Sheet, let me know. Just let me know in the Discord, and just make sure that you have a social connector account with your Discord connected to it. And I will see everybody in the next video. Take care. Cheers.